kind of messed up too. Oh, we are live. Usually I have to click the button twice.
There we go.
All right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
I
got to turn you down here. You're probably getting echo. There we go.
No, I'm not, but all is interesting here, my friend. Can you hear anything in the background?
I cannot, no.
We have 2 industrial fans and 2 home fans and a dehumidifier running just outside that door because yesterday we hooked a hose up to our spigot for the first time this year, and apparently over the course of winter something inside snapped, and well, some water did make it out through the hose. The rest ran straight down the wall inside our house, and now we have holes in our drywall to cut to have the industrial fan blowing air up inside. We had to pull the carpet back. We had to cut out pads. So yeah, there's a lot going on outside the door. We have what the kids call
rough, man.
Water damage.
There you go. There you go. It's not as bad as water sports though. That was the worst day for me. I didn't know what I was signing up for when I went to the
No, they don't say P when they say water sports. They just say water sports. And you're like, oh, this should be good. And the next thing you're going, oh, it's salty. It's salty.
They just assume everybody who orders the thing knows the terminology. No, I thought we were going to have normal sex like on a slip and slide or something.
Or in a kiddie pool, you know.
Yeah. Now, both of those options were available, but it still had the other thing involved. Absolutely.
Good afternoon, Richard. Hello, Ultra.
How's it going?
And Todd is here. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. All right. So yeah, there will be a handyman / plumber out there in a few minutes. My wife is going to talk to him, and then I get to run the fans back. But that's what we're dealing with is the water damage. So
nice.
Let's jump in. I don't want to talk about this week. I just want to do a follow-up. Headline, Ruby Rose's 2011 essay resurfaces amid Katy Perry allegations. Hey, Jake, in this essay she wrote about the night in question in 2011, guess what she didn't mention?
Right, yeah. I mean, it sounds shitty. And look, at the end of the day, I feel even kind of bad really shitting on this because it's like, yeah, I wasn't there. You know, I don't know whether this happened. That said, if this was a bet on Kalshi, and it somehow got cleared up empirically tomorrow, I would put all my money on it didn't happen. That said, I wasn't there, but I think there's a reason that nobody else is really corroborating this, and no journalists really seem to be taking her
I
side.
wasn't there either, but the look, I'm not defending Katy Perry, but I will say that from everything I know about Ruby Rose, which isn't a lot, she's pretty awful human being, and
I don't know anything about her really.
She's a horrible actress. She's a block of wood, but with attitude, like, and not in front of camera, just like But either way, if you're gonna write an essay about an evening in your sobriety, you might want to mention the thing that you're now accusing someone of. Again, no one remembered. The manager didn't remember projectile vomiting. That would come up, even if they didn't say, so.
Well, even that alone doesn't mean anything. Look, there's lots of people who they would write about something, but they would be, intimidated by somebody, so they don't want to say anything. I mean, that part alone is not crazy, but when you add it to nobody's backing her up,
yeah. All right. Well, let's get into other stuff. As always,
although, dude, I will say, if a video, this is why I don't want to go that hard into this. If a video comes out
resurfaces
a week from now, we will sound like the greatest Katy
Perry apologists.
Katy Perry apologists. Yes. We will sound
Ruby Rose truthers.
Yes. Yeah. We will sound like the people backing Cosby up on like accuser number 37 or whatever. We're going to sound crazy.
Well, we'll see. Like, if this had come forth and then 20 people had come forth and said, oh, Katy Perry did it to me too. It's been several weeks now, and no one is coming forward and saying, oh, like who were we talking about last week? Swalwell. Swalwell, like the instant one dropped, a bunch dropped. It's like, it becomes a pattern of behavior. But either way. All right. As everyone that watches us knows, I send you links. Hey, here are interesting stories here. Here's clickbait. I said, And then every so often something just swamps it. And by the time I sent you the links, I was at a show last night. Great show. It was a lot of fun. And I get home and open up my laptop. It's like, oh, hey, someone tried to shoot the president again. Like, so there go all the links I sent. I honestly didn't. I've looked at the story. And of course, the first thing I see online is, oh, false flag. It's a setup to make him look like, oh my God, here we go. Whenever anything happens, one side or the other has to react and pretend that it's a setup by the other side. All I know is I clicked one story this morning about the alleged shooter, and he donated to Kamala, but he's unregistered and he was a Christian. So, what are you gonna do? Have you read anything? I'm not. I just know.
No, but here, until I read anything else, I'm assuming. And go out on a limb here. What's up?
These people need to put their money together.
Right? Yeah, like they're not very good. He doesn't have good assassins. I mean, it's really it's a glass is half full kind of problem. This whole having a bunch of assassins. It's sort of like, hey, bad news is there's a bunch of assassins trying to kill you. What, like in James Bond or something? No. They're not anywhere near as good as James Bond or any of the villain, not even any of the henchmen. The shittiest, most unable to hit 007 henchman is still leaps and bounds above any of these guys.
Austin Powers henchman, the jokey, the cartoon version of 007 henchman. Like, it's a man, baby. Like one of those.
If you put any of the Trump attempted assassins in James Bond or even Austin Powers, the director would go, cut, that's too unrealistic. He would never be that stupid. Get a better fake assassin.
Did I tell you the funniest video I've ever seen happened after Pennsylvania? It was a TikTok and it went pretty fucking viral. Just the text on the screen said, the Pennsylvania shooter makes breakfast. And it was just this point of view of a guy dropping bread next to a toaster, cracking an egg and missing the pan, pouring coffee next to the coffee mug, just everything he did.
Man.
He was right next to it. It was the funniest fucking thing I'd ever seen.
Well, that one, I mean, he at least got it close. I mean, he got his ear a bit. I mean, that's what, okay. And that's what gets me about the people claiming that was staged and this is staged. It's like they're both two opposite extremes to where it makes it like it doesn't seem staged. You know what I mean? Like if this last one was staged, dude would have at least made it into the room. He would have fired a wild one off into the corner or something. Like something would have happened, right? Whereas the other one, hear me out on this, too close to be staged. There's no way Trump would have called up the incel and be like, hey, incel, involuntary celibate, nobody sleeps with you. Terrible thing. Listen, I'm going to pay you to do a false flag attempt. What I want you to do, incel, hopefully you're as good at shooting as you are at Call of Duty, because I need you to circumcise the tip of my ear at 200 yards with the rifle. Don't miss to the right, otherwise you won't get paid, but don't miss to the left because we hate the left. We hate the left, right? So that's wildly, I don't buy it, right? Again, it's too close to rifles are not like in the video games. It's not like you just point at the thing, press the square button, and whatever the crosshair is on just immediately gets hit on a dime every single time. The bullets vary. It's a little thing with explosives behind it that's flying through the air. It's got a trajectory. It goes up, it goes down. And so to be that accurate at 200 yards, like John Wick isn't even that accurate in a fictional, basically comic book movie about a guy with guns. Like he couldn't even have pulled that shit off, you know? So wildly too close, right? To be realistic. This one, other extreme. He didn't even make it in the room. That's why a lot of the people going crazy with the conspiracy are going, look, they're moving around all slow. And it's like, yeah. They don't
I saw one where a woman is picking up champagne bottles to take back to her hotel room. And they're like, oh, look at this. Like, I'm pretty sure that was 5 or 10 minutes later. Like the Secret Service jumped on everybody and got the importance out. And the guests were just like, but after they, I'm sure in a situation like
so
this.
It's still an open bar, right, bro? I mean, everybody's okay except for the show. It's still, we can still drink these, right? Are you guys taking them? I know the president doesn't drink, so I think I don't want it to go to waste.
Yeah. In a situation like this, there is something called an all clear. And if they got the guy, they're going to say, okay, and you're.
That's right.
Like, if either way, I want to do something horrible right now, and it's going to make me sick to my stomach, but I'm going to defend Stephen Miller. Did you see the picture that's going viral last night, this morning, where he's cupping his wife's breast, and it's his wife, then he's behind her cupping her breast.
No, but this sounds fucking hot.
Well, and then there's a Secret Service guy behind both of them. And everyone's saying like, oh, look at Stephen Miller hiding behind his wife and he's copping a feel at the same time. All right, assholes. Did you see the very next picture? Because it's a video. They took a screenshot of a video. So this has them dead on. And as they turn the corner, the Secret Service guy grabs him and is like, go, 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 go. The very next shot, is Stephen Miller covering his wife and like pushing her out, like, he's trying to protect her. They're taking one snapshot out of a video and trying to say he's hiding behind his wife, like it's Martin Sheen in the Dead Zone holding the baby up when Christopher Walken's trying to shoot him. Literally, he's getting pushed. He's pushing his wife. His hand ends up. I hate defending Stephen Miller, but can we not turn everything into a fucking, like, oh, look at he's a horrible fucking person. But in the very next scene, he is trying to protect his wife.
But but if you zoomed in and read his lips like I did on my soldiers, he's whispering, "It's another false flag operation, baby." And she's like, "That's so fucking hot." And they're they're going at it in the parking lot. It turns her on, these false flag operations. There's
something on Threads this morning about a Fox reporter getting cut off because she started to admit it was a false flag. And so you listen to the audio and she's sitting next to someone, I forget who, and the guy's like, "Hey, I really like your reporting on Fox. You tell it like it is. You got to be really careful." And she and it gets cut off there. And everyone's saying, "Oh, he was about to say, yeah, you got to be careful because we're about to pretend to have a shooting." It's like, he's literally saying there are people out there that don't like Fox News. Be careful. And people are turning it into he was about to admit that a shooter was going to enter the room. It's like, oh my God, you're reading so much into the fact that a phone call dropped. Nuts, and you're saying it's like, oh, she got cut off because she was about to expose the truth.
Yeah, man. And another main thing about not just this one, but the Butler one and even the Kirk one, right?
Is that the golf one?
What's up?
What's the Kirk one? He had a guy sleeping in the bushes at Mar-a-Lago that wanted to. Who was
that one? No,
Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Right? Never mind. Sorry.
Hell, I'll even throw that one in there too. With all of these, if it's somehow set up, staged, whatever, that guy was put there by the government or whoever, we then have to go off of the assumption, again, with no evidence, just an assumption that the fall guy is ready, willing, and able to either A, be killed on the spot, or B, spend the rest of his natural life in prison without talking to anybody about this to get out of prison. And I cannot believe either of those two things without a mountain of evidence, not just speculation going, well, Israel didn't like Kirk, and it's like, wow, okay, but they got a guy in custody, and he wasn't wearing a tiny little hat. So explain it,
Todd asks, how horrible is that? What's her name? Erica Kirk? I forget her. She is a horrible person. Obviously, she's married to Stephen Miller. She's pregnant with their fourth child. She is like an Eva Braun. She is all in on the bullshit and the hate. So yes, she is a horrible person. I'm not trying to, but horrible people meet each other and fall in love, and the world is a big place. I don't know. It could be an Odd Couple situation. You know what I mean? Maybe she's out there at soup kitchens, out raising money for Planned Parenthood on the weekends. They just have really good fucking sex. You know what I mean? Maybe this Stephen Miller is just a good fuck. And then, violation warning. Here we go. Was it you this time? Misinformation. Not even bullying. What? Misinformation.
Whoa! Dude, oh shit!
It's asking me to disconnect from you. It's like, no, I'm not disconnect. We're restricted. So we're even now. We are. Wait,
it says disconnect from Nathan. It's asking me to disconnect from you too.
We both got it.
Nathan's live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. If you are going live with them, your live will be unavailable to some
I
audience.
got that in you. Jake Vever's
So
live
I'm
contains
spreading
themes that some may
misinformation.
find it.
And you're making
We
people
both got it.
uncomfortable. Yeah, that's great, man. And the misinformation I'm spreading is that this wasn't a staged inside job.
Or that we think that there's
is
too
what they
much
consider
speculation and misinformation.
What's up?
That's what we're spreading. We're spreading information that says that there's too much speculation and misinformation.
Yes.
We're saying stop with the
misinformation we're spreading is that bizarre conspiracies around this are bullshit.
Are silly. Did you hit appeal? Because I hit no.
I just hit canceled. I get it off of there. I hit
canceled, but I also hit
TikTok
fuck you,
people,
TikTok.
If you're watching, I can't see my comments that good right now just because I got a bizarre camera situation. I'm still using that other tripod, but I think I found a better angle to where it's not going up my nostril on YouTube, So.
All right, well, this should get us in trouble too. Let's continue getting in trouble because I thought this was hilarious.
Is it about the shape of the earth?
I wish.
What the real shape is? Okay.
This is better. Outrage over Israeli soldiers' vandalism of Jesus statue in Lebanon. An image of an Israeli soldier apparently hitting a statue of Jesus with a sledgehammer. I like apparently hitting. Oh, he's clocking it. Like he's lighted up. Has prompted widespread condemnation after being widely shared online. So look, you and I have talked about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict at length. We don't take one side because it's a long-running, decades and decades of nonsense. But I love that.
I don't know. That said, we are only funding one side. I kind of don't want to be funding either side.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's funny that of all the things that could create outrage, this is the one, like, I'm okay with the bombing of the villages because, Hamas does hide behind civilians. So sometimes you got to break a few, every time some kids, that's sad. But look at this statue. Oh my God, a statue of my favorite fictional character. Or maybe he was real, but the religion isn't. Who knows? Like, that's what I can't believe he did this to an inanimate object. I love that that's the outrage.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, if they hadn't have been doing anything else in the news lately, I would get people getting upset about this. But
wait a minute. A dude smashes a statue of Jesus. It went mad viral. People were so upset. Like he took a hammer to a statue because it's going to feed into the whole Jews hate Jesus thing. Remember when they turned him over to the Romans? It's like people have way too much time on their hands.
It's good to put that out there because there is a bizarre sort of religious. What's up?
There's a song called, I don't even want to
read it. On YouTube, let me tell the YouTube people, if you're watching,
we're gonna get dinged again if you say the word.
Well, no, no, that's not where I'm going. If you're watching on YouTube, we should like read off that, hey, this is a comment on YouTube because it's going on other platforms and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying I don't even want to read the comment because we'll get dinged again. Like, TikTok, you said the R word.
No, if you're
not even
the
Timmy R word, not the Timmy.
Also, you should check us out on YouTube. Apparently,
we don't get censored as much on YouTube, TikTok. Yeah. You should watch us there. I want that shirt.
Kai HDM on YouTube says there was a shirt that said Jesus is a cunt.
Yeah.
In the 90s. Yeah.
I used to have a shirt. My favorite shirt forever was you say tomato, I say fuck you. And there was just a smiling tomato. I'm like, that's just funny. Anyway, yeah, so that's the outrage. Is locals say the statue was on a crucifix outside a family home on the edge of Debel, one of the few villages where residents have remained during Israelis' war with Hezbollah. I got to ask this too. As much as I don't care, what do you gain from going in and smashing a statue in front of someone's house? What is gained other than the outrage and drawing attention to it? What goes through a soldier's head, which is like, oh, hey, there's a statue of Jesus. I'm going to smash the shit out of that. And who's taking pictures of it? Like, did we learn nothing from the human pyramids?
Abu Ghraib.
Abu Ghraib, yeah, Abu Ghraib. Like, did we learn nothing from taking pictures and video of people doing stupid shit?
I mean, dude,
Humans are so dumb.
once you've been spending 3 years turning entire city blocks into rubble, I kind of think you're past giving a shit. You know what I mean? Like, because again, I was in both Iraq and Afghanistan. The footage coming out of Gaza, we didn't do that to places over there. Like, I'm not saying we didn't get into firefights. I'm not saying we didn't return fire. I'm not saying we never called in airstrikes to people that were shooting at us. You know what I mean? But we didn't go on flattening entire blocks. It's like, there were certain town cities you rolled through. It's like, oh, wow, there was a rough firefight here. A couple of these buildings seem pretty dinged up, but like, you watch footage of that, it looks like the first scene of Terminator or whatever the fuck. Like, it's crazy.
You didn't like pull back from the city and just like level it. Like, hey, let's take out. We're getting shot at from this building. Take out the entire town, village.
No, I mean, at that point, as you kind of alluded to at the beginning, might as well fucking do weird shit to all the statues. I mean, if there was any statues in there, they're fucking dead anyway, right? So, like, what are we talking about? Yeah.
All right.
But I will say on a little bit more like serious note with it, I think it's good to have that out there because there is a large sort of conservative wing of the, or I'll say religious wing of the conservative
we got to clear Israel for the second coming and all the blah, blah, blah.
And they seem to have this affinity with like, okay, Israel can do no wrong because of something with Jesus. I don't really understand it that much, but they think there's going to be some apocalyptic second coming and this is part of their prophecy or something. And it's like, yeah, hey man, I don't think just Netanyahu really gives a fuck about you guys either. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he kind of just dragged us into a war with Iran, you know? I mean, he's been trying to do it for 30 years. It's just, he found someone dumb / greedy / both enough in Trump that finally did it. So
to do it, yeah.
That's what's going on. Was that misinformation TikTok, huh? Free speech app that you had to buy from China. Now you're fucking censoring us every goddamn weekend. Kiss my dick. Was that misinformation? TikTok is a shill for the fucking Republicans. Was that misinformation, TikTok?
It really is. All right. This one made me happy. AI model and MAGA influencer Emily Hart unmasked as Indian man. Fucking gorgeous blonde woman in the picture is a Stars and Stripes bikini. And I looked up other pictures of her. I mean, she's fucking beautiful. And she was far-right MAGA, always posting about how Trump is awesome. But Wired reported that a medical student from northern India, Sam, who aimed to ease his financial difficulties and pay off his education bills, created Emily using Gemini AI. He created her to cater to the patriotic and conservative ideology with content based on topics including anti-abortion and anti-immigration. And everybody fell for it. It's like, oh yeah, she's so beautiful. She could be a Fox News host. I
love like a really young Fox News hosty looking answer. Anytime I got pregnant out on that day, I keep it. What? Like it's a weird, like, huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, but it's great. But did you look up any of the images? I mean, she's beautiful. They've got her as a nurse. She's wearing, or was it a vet tech? It doesn't say, but I mean, AI, man, she's beautiful. And then there's this bikini shot. Man. I mean, it's fake, but they did a great job.
I mean, now when you watch the videos, you can kind of look at it and tell, well, it seems a little glossy. It seems a little off. But yeah, man, I think give it 5 more years. And
I don't even know about 5. I think we're getting really close. But God bless this guy for taking advantage of the stupid and just making money off them. I think that's great.
I've been doing it in a smaller level. I've been posting my cooking videos as an old Italian woman named Nona Risi. And man, because nobody wants to take cooking advice from a guy who looks and sounds like this. So I jump on in AI face as Nona Risi, and people love it.
Does this mean Megyn Kelly is a Jamaican dude named Jimmy? First of all, Megyn Kelly gives me, we've talked about this, she gives me the strangest boner because it's like, oh, she's attractive, but she's also so horrible a human being. I
got the same thing going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene, man. I hear you. Hell yeah, dude.
Here's my. Did you happen to? So nobody is talking about this because maybe nobody remembers. In 2024, Megyn Kelly went on Real Time with Bill Maher, and she said, "I am supporting Donald Trump for one reason and one reason only. He is going to protect children. Trans people are predators. They are harming children. I am voting for Trump to protect kids." And this week, she had Russell Brand on her show to say, yes, you have been accused of not only RAPE, but sexual assault. You have a ton of charges against you, but it's okay. You've found Jesus since then. Oh, and by the way, when you were 30, you banged a 16-year-old. But again, you've found Jesus. So tell us about your journey from being a sexual pervert to finding Jesus. Talk to us again, Megyn, about how you're protecting kids from predators when you have fucking Russell Brand on your show to talk about his conversion to Christianity. Wow. I mean, people are calling her out for having about, but nobody's talking about how she went on air and said, I am all about protecting kids unless they say they love Jesus.
Well, yeah, and not the even more obvious route that I thought you were going. Now the dude that she was voting for, who's going to protect kids, is protecting the people on the Epstein list. That's exactly kind of what he's doing. He sort of went the other way with that one. But hey, if she wanted to get
for Coulter, Todd is with me on the weird angry boner stuff.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But if she wanted to hire a guy, elect a guy to protect kids. And go after the abusers. Maybe don't get a guy who had a beauty pageant with underage models that he would go into the dressing room. His words, not mine.
Yes. All right. U.S. Navy Secretary Phelan fired as naval blockade of Iran continues. Now, the story is not Secretary of the Navy John Phelan was ousted from his position on Wednesday, 6 sources familiar said. The story is they're going to get a multiple sources, or the Trump frustrated. Where's the part where he talks about, come on. Phelan is a longtime friend, a successful businessman who did an outstanding job serving as my secretary of the Navy. Phelan is a businessman with no prior military service. He and his wife previously fundraised millions of dollars for Trump's campaign before he was confirmed as Navy Secretary in 2025. No military service, just a guy this is drain the swamp. All he does is put sycophants in powers of position. No military service at all. Hey, you're Secretary of the Navy. My God, it's beautiful.
Plus, weren't these the same assholes screaming about DEI like a year and a half ago? Can you imagine if this was if Joe Biden had put somebody to be the Secretary of the Navy, a black woman of color who had never been in the military at all?
Hey, now that's a black woman of color. DEI. This is a white rich man.
Right, exactly. It's like, dude, if they would be screaming DEI to the rooftops, and I wouldn't be able to defend that one, if she's never been in the Navy, now she's the Secretary of the Navy. It's probably because of this or that. I mean, with this guy, it's like, well, he gave him a bunch of money and wanted to be the Secretary of the Navy. He somehow was less qualified to be the Secretary of the Navy than Pete Hegseth is to be the Secretary of Defense. I didn't know it was fucking possible. I didn't know it was possible because I was like, oh, dude, the last Secretary of Defense was like a 4-star general previously. And this guy was like a major in the Army who was kicked out for sexual assault allegations. Then he was a Fox News host. Then he became in charge of the whole military. No way he can be less qualified than that.
He also near bankrupted the charities he read, the veteran services. Like they were, the two of them. And now he's in charge of everything.
Right. And somehow that guy is leaps and bounds more qualified to be the Secretary of Defense. Sorry, Secretary of War TikTok. Was I spreading misinformation again? Did I call the Secretary of War the Secretary of Defense? That's woke misinformation, right? Company that was bought out by a right-wing company because China was going to censor everything. You going to censor me now? Fuck you.
God. The naked transparency. All right, I have our clickbait story of the week. I think I'm going to start just trying to find, because every so often I talk about my favorite, a great clickbait headline. This is my favorite one of the week. Something like Elizabeth Smart's trainer reveals fitness routine behind bodybuilding win. Okay, this came out of nowhere. Elizabeth Smart, whose 2002 kidnapping case drew national attention. I remember it like it was yesterday. Do you remember her?
Yeah, but I don't remember all the details, man. I remember
she was just. I mean, she's a kid, but either way, she's 38 years old now. And it's not this article. This article doesn't have a picture of her in the bodybuilding, but man, she's fucking jacked. She is like all ripped. She is. Right. She's a bodybuilder. I think she won her competition. But the headline is, so this came 2 days later. 2 days before, it was previously kidnapped child is now a bodybuilder. Check out this picture. And you're like, God damn, for 38, she is putting in the work. She's like she's not ripped. She's cut. She's either way. So after seeing the picture of this incredibly fit woman, Elizabeth Smart's trainer reveals fitness routine behind bodybuilder, behind the win. So do you want to know the fitness routine that she goes in through, Jake? Do you want to know what it takes? Robin Mayer told Extra she does weight training on most days of the week, which means 5 to 6 days a week, focus on specific muscle groups. That's it. That's her training routine. Like, I've seen Men's Health where they talk about Monday is chest day. They talk about specific exercise. Like, I have seen training routines like Chris Hemsworth getting in shape for Thor. They break it down. They show he does 20 minutes of this, then he does this, then he's like, here's her fitness routine. 5 to 6 days a week, focus on muscle groups. Holy fuck, this is the clickbait of the week. You thought you were going to get a workout routine. You got one sentence of, yeah, she works out. It's the funniest fucking thing ever. There's no workout routine. It's all clickbait.
She didn't want to give the real answer. And the real answer is 2 parts. Part 1, steroids.
No, she's not bulking. She is not bulking. She might be taking human growth HGG. She might be taking human growth hormones, or whatever they are, but steroids. She is not bulk. She is fucking cut. She is slender.
That was part 1. Part 2 is get kidnapped and live in a cage for a while. You know what I mean? It gives you the cage rage, and you just and when you're trying to crank out those last couple reps, the trainer gets in your ear and be like, pretend you're still in that cage. Pretend this is the last bar you need to get loose to get out of there. And it's sort of like the UFC version of Islam Makhachev, in that interview where he's like, send your son 2 or 3 years, Dagestan, forget him. That's what it is for weightlifting. Is you just send your daughter 2-3 years, live in cage. She would be bodybuilder. I think that's what's going on.
I mean, it's
the cage rage, baby.
Whatever happens in your life, you turn it into what you do. If you have sort of a fucked up childhood in any way, you use that to either become a comedian, like, oh, I need to talk about my daddy issues. Or in your case, daddy gambled all the time and neglected me. With her, it's like, yeah, fucking lift that extra rep. I can push through because fuck that guy that kidnapped me. There's always something in there.
That's true. That's true.
The camera angle made Jake look like he was hate humping a stuffed animal. What kind of stuffed animal?
Turtle.
That's very specific. He's humping a stuffed animal. Oh, Jake, we used to talk about this. It finally happened. The Onion, at long last, InfoWars is ours. They put in the bid. They won it. The judge was kind of a dickhole and said, no, we don't like this. So they've been negotiating for months, and the Onion is now purchased InfoWars, and all the money that they pay is something like, I can't remember what they said. I sent you the funny article, but in the real articles, is going to be a healthy chunk of change that they pay monthly that will go to the families of Stoneman Douglas. But Alex Jones is pissed. I did see articles that said Alex Jones didn't really know what the Onion was, and when he looked into it, he's like, wait a second, what the fuck is this? This is all fake. Like, yeah, and so are you, but good news. The Onion is finally taking over InfoWars, so it took a long time. I like
the idea more of Alex Jones reading the Onion articles and instantly thinking it's real. What? How did I not know about this for years? This has been going on. And then he spouts them on new InfoWars as real conspiracies.
I do love that they created a completely false press release by Bryce P. Tetrader, CEO of Global Tetradon, about the one I sent you, where it's just this completely bullshit article talking about their takeover of InfoWars, which is like the perfect launch for taking over a website that is bullshit, that's going to specialize in bullshit, where the money goes to somewhere good. So, but either way. All right, another funny story. Jay, I couldn't love this enough. Bear suit luxury car scam ends in insurance fraud sentences for 3. So, 3 people in California have been sentenced for insurance fraud in a bizarre scam that involved someone dressing in a bear costume damaging luxury cars. So they would have the ring cameras and the outdoor cameras. They'd put on a bear costume, go rawr, and they'd put claw marks on cars, and then they would file insurance claims to take money like, oh, my Rolls Royce and my Mercedes Benz was damaged by a bear, and then they would pocket the money. They would put on a bear costume and do it on camera.
Dude, did you click on the AP link in the article and watch the actual video?
No, I didn't.
Dude, there's an actual video, and you go in there and you're like, that is clearly a man in a bear suit. Like that, it's from like a doorbell cam or something. And I mean, it is the least. You know what's even less convincing than the video of that dude named Frank or whatever in the bear suit, getting in the car and ripping it up. It shows a video of the damage, the bear claw mark.
I'm looking at the video.
Dude, wait till it shows you the damage. Wait till it shows you the damage in there. It's crazy.
It cut to a picture of the costume. It left the footage, and now it's back to the guy. He opens the door. He opens the door and then crawls.
Like, he uses his bear claws to take the key, unlock the door, and get in.
Right,
and
but then, I don't see the damage.
Dude, the damage, you gotta see the damage. It's
hilarious.
Yeah. It's just little, like, it's just.
But they're perfect lines. They're like.
And okay, dude, back it up to where you can see the bear costume. It has the fake claws.
But they're not even claws. The fake claws look like shit. They look like
it's just like 4 evenly spaced out, perfect little nails.
And there are no puncture marks. Like a claw would go in. This is a scrape.
Yeah, a claw would, like, if it was a bear claw. I am not a bear expert or a car expert at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything. But, like, if you showed this, I know I'm playing Monday morning quarterback because we already know what happened.
Right.
But, like, if somebody came to me and was like, look, a bear did this, I'd be like, but no, it's just,
like, what?
It's clearly not. Even if you tried to tell me.
Wait, to be fair, this is how they got caught, but I don't know how they ever got the insurance money in the first place. Either they paid out first and said, we need to investigate this. But yeah, like you are saying right now, anyone that looked at this would say, what the fuck do you mean a bear did this?
Right. Even if somehow I'm trying to go with them and be like, okay, this is an animal, I'd be like, nah, that's maybe like a dog or something. Like, if a bear was in there, it would be like tearing the fucking upholstery apart. Like, it would be shredded. It would be.
Oh my God! Todd wrote $8 meat shredders from Amazon, and it's right. I just Googled, and that's exactly what they are. They're these fucking meat shredders, like for your barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that in the article? I didn't see. Did Todd read that? But that's what it is.
But dude, do you know? Did they actually get paid on any of this stuff initially?
I think that's how they. Yeah, because it said they. Let me click back to the original
anybody
story. It was
look
like
at that damage and
$142,000.
Wow.
Oh no, they submitted claims seeking $142,000, but they were ordered to pay. So it doesn't look like they got money. It looks like the instant they filed, the insurance company said, we're going to fucking look into this.
Fucking fired, man. Not like signed off initially to where it's like, yeah, we'll start the process. And then we'll have our guy come out and look at the damage. But if anybody looked at that damage, it was like, yep, looks clear and cut to me, bear case. It's a bear jacking. A bear got in to jack the car, and then he made the lightest little bear scratches, as if he was soothing his baby bear cub to sleep. He made the lightest scratches ever put into anything ever, and then he just left. Oh, Todd on YouTube's got a good one. Jake looks like Fat Mike from NoFX. I keep seeing clips of Fat Mike and thinking it's a new stand-up clip of Jake. That is a compliment, not a crack. Great man from great man. Yeah, I haven't seen Fat Mike in a while, man.
Neither have I. I didn't know they were still together. I thought
I don't like being compared to any man with Fat as his first name. I'll tell you that right now. Mike is a weird last name, but
all right, 2 more quick stories because we're running out of time, and I gotta go take care of the water damage I was telling you about. This I just want to touch on. I love how, because I didn't send the article, the CDC canceled publication of a study showing the benefits of COVID vaccines. So they ran all these studies and showed that if you got the COVID vaccine, it actually did reduce your chances of having serious complications from contracting COVID. Absolutely the opposite of what they wanted to say. So RFK, Mr. I'm going to start a podcast and tell the truth, they shit-canned the release of the study because it went against their narrative. Thank you, fucking Make America Healthy Again. You are so anti-science that when science proves that you are wrong with your bullshit rub some oil on your nipples and then pray to a crystal that it doesn't work, you cancel. You do us. It reminds me of Behind the Curve, that documentary where flat earthers proved themselves wrong and then kept going like, well, let's just do one more study. Yeah. Let's do one more study.
This experiment was flawed somehow. We got to find another experiment. We don't know how this test was flawed or this study was flawed, but it doesn't fit what we want. So, man, TikTok. If I got flagged for misinformation for saying that the assassination conspiracies were ridiculous, he's got to get flagged for that. He's disagreeing with the CDC, you know, the super competent medical dude in charge of the CDC.
Yeah. All right, final story, and we could just
I didn't want to call him doctor. I know that's normally who gets put in charge of those things.
Oh, yes. You know, normally
the dude in charge of all the doctors, I suppose.
It's just like the Navy guy in charge of the Navy secretary. FBI Director Kash Patel sues The Atlantic for $250 million over false reporting about drinking and absences. So my favorite part of this is after he filed the lawsuit, did you see yesterday's news? The reporter that wrote the story for The Atlantic said even more sources have been contacting her and saying, you know, like, oh, you want to talk, like, if he's suing you, fuck you, I will. So like, when Fox got sued and settled for $700 million over the lying about the election, what people don't realize is they would go on the news and say, Trump won election 2020, and then behind the scenes we're emailing one another saying, we have to say this, otherwise we're losing viewers. Like, we know it's not true. Yeah. That's why they settled. The Atlantic did not say, hey, let's just put out a story about calling him a drunk, and if we get sued, fuck it. No, this is a, researched story that has sources, so it's going to be fun to watch this get laughed out of court.
Well, the accusations are that Kash Patel is a paranoid drunk, and I just thought that by his entire vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think it was that big a story, honestly. Right. I was just like, that's confirming what we all thought.
It's one of those things where just like, let it slide and it'll go away, but now it's going to be big news.
It's a real Streisand effect because Kash, we already thought that about you. I mean, you just seem like a paranoid drunk. You flew all the way to Italy to dump beer on your head
with some hockey players.
Hockey team, bud. Like, you seem like a drunk, and your eyes are like this all the time for no reason. Like, you seem paranoid and you seem drunk. I mean, if I had to describe you using only 2 words before this article, I would have gone paranoid drunk, but maybe incompetent. But incompetent would have gone underqualified. I mean, yeah, but now those have to go. So yeah, you're right. They have to go underneath those now. The paranoid drunk was also incompetent and underqualified. But those were top 5 for sure. Those words would have been to describe this guy.
Absolutely. All right. I think. Let me look at I think for the next few weeks, I am back to normal time because I am done with weird traveling.
Before we do this though, just to go back all the way back to the attempted shooting. Did you see Dana White's interview? And the
No.
footage of Dana White, dude.
Google
He's
that.
like,
All right.
oh, dude, it's so good. You got to look it up after it because he's like, oh, it was so wild. They kept telling people to get down. I didn't get down though. I just wanted to take everything in. It was so cool. You know, they show videos of him up when everybody's on the floor. He's up going, oh, this is sick, you know? And he was like, dude, it was cool. Guys with guns ran over to us. I was like, is the shooter near us now? Like, I'm like, dude, funny. Dana White is a savage.
There we go. All right. I'm going to go deal with water damage. Yay. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find all things me at nathantimmel.com. My wife just revamped it, so it looks a little different, but we made better links to my books on Amazon, my store online, where I have over 90 designs now, all revamped, stickers, hats, shirts, a lot of new images, better images, looks better. Go check it out. And yeah, Jake can be found on all social media at Jake Vevera, Vevera. Keep bumping his Unalived by Dog Pills special. And thank you for watching, tuning in live.
Thanks,
I will post the podcast version in a little while. TikTok, you blow goats with your little like, oh my God, they said something. They're constantly restricting us. Go fuck yourself.
I'll shove some misinformation in your mother, TikTok. How you feel about that?
So next week will be 12:30 Eastern instead of 1:30. My travel is done. Yes. So, all right. Thanks, everyone.
Cash Patel's not too drunk. The rest of you pussies are too sober.
I knew you were going with that. That's